The stage lights at Disney's Aulani Resort in Hawaii dimmed, casting a warm, golden glow over the American Idol 2025 Top 24 performance night. The audience, a mix of either fans and supportive families, buzzed with anticipation. This was the moment when America's votes would start shaping the competition, and every note mattered. Among the night's performers was Filo, a 23-year-old platinum ticket winner whose journey from Egypt to California had already captured hearts. His performance of Who's Lovin' You by Smokey Robinson and The Miracles, popularized by the Jackson 5, would soon etch itself into Idol history as a soulful, electrifying showcase of raw talent and emotional depth. Filo stepped onto the stage, his presence commanding yet humble. Dressed in a sleek, tailored jacket that shimmered under the lights, his signature bun neatly tied, he exuded a quiet confidence. The crowd erupted in cheers, sensing something extraordinary was about to unfold. Filo's story, born in Egypt, raised in a Coptic Christian family that fled to America, and defying his mother's hopes for a medical career to pursue music, had already made him a fan favorite. His audition performance of Otis Redding's Try a Little Tenderness had earned him a standing ovation and a platinum ticket, a rare honor that allowed him to skip the first round of Hollywood Week. Now, in Hawaii, he was ready to prove he deserved that accolade. As the opening notes of Who's Lovin' You filled the air, Filo closed his eyes for a brief moment, grounding himself. The song, a soul classic, demanded both technical precision and emotional vulnerability. Written by Smokey Robinson in 1960 and later immortalized by a young Michael Jackson, it was a bold choice. Many had tried to tackle its soaring melodies and heart-wrenching lyrics, but few could capture its essence without slipping into imitation. Filo, however, was not here to mimic. He was here to make the song his own. His voice began softly, almost a whisper, drawing the audience in. "When I had you, I treated you bad," he sang, each word dripping with regret. The rasp in his voice, a signature of his style, added a gritty authenticity that felt like a conversation with a wounded heart. The judges, Carrie Underwood, Luke Bryan, and Lionel Richie, leaned forward, their eyes locked on him. Filo's phrasing was deliberate, letting the lyrics breathe, a technique he'd honed during his time at Berklee College of Music's Valencia campus. He wasn't just singing, he was storytelling. As the song built, so did Filo's intensity. The band, perfectly synced, swelled behind him, but it was his voice that dominated. He navigated the song's challenging runs with ease, his vocal control a testament to years of training and natural gift. Yet, what set Filo apart was his ability to balance technical prowess with raw emotion. When he hit the chorus, "Who's Lovin' You?" his voice soared, filling the open-air venue with a sound that was both powerful and pleading. The audience was on its feet, swaying, some with tears in their eyes. His mother, who had initially resisted his musical ambitions, was visibly emotional in the crowd, her pride evident. Mentor Josh Groban and artist-in-residence Jelly Roll, who had coached Filo earlier, had no notes during rehearsals, a rare occurrence. "You're ready?" Jelly Roll had said, clapping him on the shoulder. Groban, a vocal perfectionist, simply nodded, impressed by Filo's ability to slow the arrangement, giving space for his soulful tone to shine. On stage, that preparation paid off. Filo's strategic use of dynamics, starting soft, building to a crescendo, then pulling back, kept the audience hanging on every note. He avoided over-singing, a critique he'd received in earlier rounds, and instead let the song's emotional core guide him. The performance wasn't without risks. The Jackson 5's version is iconic and comparisons were inevitable. Some online commentators later noted that Filo's runs, while impressive, occasionally bordered on excessive, particularly toward the song's climax. A reviewer on mushbigblog.com wrote, "Filo manages to hold back somewhat until the end, where his high notes sound strangled." Yet, even this critique acknowledged his talent, noting his soulful, raspy tone as a highlight. For every critic, there were dozens of fans on social media who called the performance a vocal masterclass and a moment that felt bigger than the show. The judges' reactions were unanimous. Lionel Richie, known for his poetic feedback, stood first. "You're the only person I know that can hold a note and give us 3 different voices," he said, shaking his head in awe. Carrie Underwood, a former Idol winner herself, praised Filo's journey. "You have been one of my favorites. I feel I'm on your journey with you," she said, her voice warm with sincerity. Luke Bryan, ever the encourager, was there offstage. Once his mother joined him, tears began to stream down her cheeks, and this moment went on to become one of the most shared videos on the internet that night. With a bashful smile, Filo added, "She's warming up to this," referring to the growing acceptance of his professional decision that she was showing from the beginning. It was a moment that further humanized him and brought to the attention of viewers the sacrifices that were behind his desire. Later on same evening, he posted a post on Instagram with the caption, "Still in shock." Fans have declared him a frontrunner after he sent a message that read, "Thank you for believing in me." The message received hundreds of likes and comments. Based on the statistics, Filo's performance was significant. The song Who's Lovin' You received 3.70% of the vote in a survey conducted on mishbigblog.com, placing it among the top performances of the evening. However, it was not as popular as Thunderstorm Artist's song, which received 30.48% of the vote. Filo's deep, rich, emotive voice was praised in the comments section of the performance video, which was uploaded to YouTube and the official website of ABC. The video received a large number of views. "Everything is in his possession. Successful regardless of the circumstances," remarked one spectator, reflecting the attitude of many others who regarded him as a possible champion. The song Who's Lovin' You, presented by Filo, was more than just a performance, it was a declaration. This exemplified his ability to pay tribute to a legacy while simultaneously imbuing it with his own distinctive personality. His defiance of traditional expectations, his Egyptian origin, and his Coptic Christian beliefs all woven together to form the fabric of his artistic expression during his lifetime. While the audience continued to clap for him as he exited the stage, it became abundantly evident that Filo was not only competing, rather he was establishing a legacy. It was still unclear if he would emerge victorious in the American Idol 2025 competition. Nevertheless, at that very moment, he had already won something more significant: the hearts of those who had witnessed his soul being rendered naked through music.